with a host of challenges.
We are here to get you ready for what is ahead in your day.
From coast to coast, the Weather Channel has you covered. And we're starting off here on a really sort of gentle note, really pretty sunrise out there in Avon Beach, North Carolina.
Yeah.
That is pretty nice. You got
Nice.
the water kind of just lapping on in. Everything's nice, calm, and it's just tranquil. Not a bad way to kick things off in the morning.
And no dorsal fins,
Well,
which is a good thing.
That is a good thing. You know,
I do like to kind of ease into our Monday this way, right? However, the week is not going to finish like this. And for many of you, it's not starting like this either.
Yeah, not at all. How about being a clash of the seasons? And that's in today's big deal as spring.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we are here to get you ready for what is ahead in your day.
From coast to coast, the Weather Channel has you covered. And we want to help ease you into this Monday. So we're going to start with a pretty sunrise out there. You know, beautiful view out there at Avon Beach earlier this morning.
That is
Way to
nice.
start your day.
That is nice. I oftentimes don't get the chance to see the sunrise because I'm never up early enough.
Yeah.
But it's always nice when we can have the viewers submit some
You were
reason.
not up before sunrise, Alex?
It's a rare occasion. I'm just being real. If I am, I'm just sitting in the bed. So.
Well, here you go. Here's your start to the day. It's not been as pretty as this, though, everywhere. We've had a lot of thunderstorms, actually, to start in parts of the south.
Right along the Gulf Coast. So there's some beach scenes that don't look anything like this, like along the Florida, Alabama, Mississippi Gulf Coast, where it's been stormy all morning.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, it's a clash of the seasons in today's
Wow.
big deal. A lot of folks out there ready for the gardens to get going.
I'm ready.
It's an outdoor thing, right? When the weather gets warm, the grass is green,
Yeah.
flowers are coming, time to garden.
It's a great way to welcome the new
Yeah.
season. Friend of the show, Minnesota
right.
Weather Geek.
So she's ready to transition out. He's like, all right, it's done. We didn't get as much sun as we would have liked. Let's just go on to the next season.
We'll keep those comments coming. Vote in our poll, share any pics and video using the hashtag YesTV, and we will share them on the show. More about the spring weather and the warm up that's coming and how it might impact some of the things blooming in your yards. Do you have daffodils, tulips? I've got both coming up already. Cherry trees in the south have been blooming as well. Here we are in D.C. Again, we're at stage 5. That happened yesterday. Last year, it was only 2 days between stage 5 and the peak bloom. So we will see. But even if it takes the average of something like 4 or 5 days, you can see that we've got a lot of warmth coming in, especially by the weekend, which is the peak bloom forecast. We're in the 70s. Next chance of rain comes in Sunday and Monday. The problem always with rain is that does it come with wind and knock the blossoms off, right, when it comes to the Cherry Blossom Festival. So, the average time once we get to this puffy white stage is 4 to 6 days. But it hasn't taken that long in most recent years. I did a double check. So I think it's any day now. We are above average when it comes to, or I guess I should say early, when it comes to that spring leaf out in the areas in red. And that's parts of the South and parts of the Midwest. But very interestingly, this map is fascinating me. We've got a lot of zones that are actually running a little bit late this year. We were late across South Texas. We were late across lower Louisiana and the Florida Panhandle, and late across portions of the Mississippi Valley and the Tennessee Valley. So here's where we are in terms of leaf out. You can kind of pick it out based on the pollen. We've got tree pollen that has been exploding across the South. You see it. The rain that's out there today is making streams of yellow, right, with that pollen's getting washed off the trees, and I'm sure you feel it as well. Tree pollen, especially across Texas, into Arkansas, Oklahoma, across the southeast as well. Grass pollen is just starting, and you're starting to get some moderate levels of that. Maybe you're noticing some greening of your grass in your yards, but for the most part, it's not quite there just yet. Thank goodness. It doesn't all happen at once, right? The windy weather can definitely exacerbate the pollen problems, but the rain gives you a brief break, although things can, bloom a little more once we get past it. Well, check out our question of the day. We're asking you.
You know what? Be careful what you wish for. Remember, a couple of weeks ago, Jen said, I want one more snowstorm. And sure enough, last week,
the king of snowstorms.
you got one.
Another one coming in from Doc. He said, I stopped.
Not too much. Although this season, they got a little bit of the snow. I don't think it got as far as south as where Doc is, though.
No. Well, keep those comments coming. We've enjoyed reading them and sharing them today. If you have any pics or video, just use the hashtag YesTV, and we will share them on the show. Yeah, indeed.
Well, of course, we're here to get you ready for what is ahead in your day.
From coast to coast, the Weather Channel has you covered. And since it's Monday, we just wanted to start the hour looking at a nice, peaceful view from this morning. So how about a sunrise?
That is nice,
right?
Particularly for some of the folks who this morning had to wake up to gray skies and rain. You get to live through little Arkansas.
Yeah.
This is nice because it's not too glaring. Sometimes the sun just hits you in the morning. It's like, oh boy, I wasn't ready for that yet. You know? this is a really nice way to kind of ease into whatever your Monday brings.
So the sun filtered by some cirrus clouds.
Yeah.
It's a good way to wake up.
Okay. All right. But then we're going to smash you over the head and tell you everything that's coming your way because we have had thunderstorms today and there's much more actually in the end of the week.
Yeah, well, it's a clash of the seasons in today's Big Taking It to the Curb there.
Yeah.
Whether you can actually do that or not here, I feel sort of I'm ready.
Yeah.
Todd says spring. We've had plenty
Makes
of
sense.
rain.
You know, you get to this time of the year and people want to turn that page.
As the bearer of good news, if you look at some of the longer range forecasts, warm scenario for much of the country.
Yes, it does. All right, well, keep those comments coming. Vote in our poll. Share your comments on social media. Also share pics and video using the hashtag YesTV, and we will share them right.
Is to stay. You get kind of these bouts of the warmer weather, and then all of a sudden the next day you're back down to freezing. So we can't seem to get things to stay nice.
Jeffrey said, spring, baby, spring.
Yeah, it is out there in full force, no doubt. A lot of folks are looking forward to spring coming on through. Trevor, another person who says, I love spring. Warm.
Yes, I'm waiting for that after pollen season, then I'll take my lunch outside.
Yes, that's when we need to do it.
Yeah.
Thanks for the comments. We appreciate that. We always love reading all of them. But meteorologist Chris Bruin, Felicia Combs, they are in the lab for Weather Channel Live.
All right, stay tuned. They will have all that you need to know to get through the afternoon. That's coming up at the top of the hour. We'll see you tomorrow.
You got